Okay, I literally despise what is going on top of my head right now, but that's not going to change, so we're just going to pretend that my hair looks amazing today. Hey guys, it's Julia. Welcome back to my channel. So today's video was going to be like a kind of just chatting about new makeup releases, but turned into an anti-haul, so regard this as kind of your anti-haul of the month. As I'm filming this, there haven't really been a ton of like really compelling new releases on Trendmo, just a few things to talk about, so I think I have like 15 new releases I want to talk about today. But I do have a feeling that's going to change soon because I'm filming this on the 8th of June, and I'm pretty sure corporate pride is going to kick in any second now because they want those sweet, sweet dollar bills. Don't fall for it. Plus, I know a lot of brands are kind of like resuming production again, so I think it's only a matter of time before we start to see the new releases start to come in. Or not, maybe we will see lasting change, who knows. Anyways, before we start today's video, I want to thank the sponsor of today's video, which is Skillshare. Skillshare is an online learning community with thousands of inspiring classes like mine. Skillshare has been one of my favorite ways to fill my time during quarantine, and especially now that I'm on summer break. Even though I am taking one summer class and an internship, something about quarantine has really gotten me inspired to just try new things I haven't. So, a class recommendation of the month for you guys, besides my class, which I always recommend every month, I've actually tried to start getting into painting. Not just on my face, but like actual painting in real life, which I'm not actually good at. The class that I just finished was acrylic painting, Learn the Basics for Beginners, and it was so helpful. So I'm actually starting to paint something. It's not going great, but I'm doing my best. And on top of that, two more of my favorite things about Skillshare. Number one, there are no ads, so you don't have to sit through Paula's Choice ads. And number two, it's super affordable, less than $10 a month, and I genuinely just learned so many new things on Skillshare that I'm very thankful for, so I think it's a really valuable way to spend your time. So as always, I have a link down below. The first 1,000 of my subscribers who use that link down below to sign up for Skillshare will get 2 months of Skillshare Premium membership on me for free. But this month I wanted to do something special. I've seen a lot of really helpful resources recently, especially on YouTube, on how to donate if you don't have money towards helping racial injustice. Or fighting racial injustice. A lot of people have been making videos specifically to donate that ad money so that you can watch the video and they'll donate your ad money and you don't have to donate personally. So I wanted to do kind of something similar to that. For every single sign up that I get through the Skillshare link down below, I will be donating $5 in your name. So 20 people sign up, that's $100, etc. And I want to give a huge thanks to Skillshare for making that a possibility, as well as for sponsoring today's video. So I hope you guys enjoy this video. Full details of this very pink, kind of subtle look should be on Instagram already, and I'm currently wearing... I can't believe I bought a piece of my own merch in like a white sweatshirt, knowing how messy and dirty I am, but it's comfortable and I love it, so we're just gonna live with it. Oh shit, I forgot to do Do Fairy. Do Fairy of the week is Olivia. Thank you so much for having your bell turned on. If you want to be the Do Fairy of the week, join the notification squad. I promise you, it's a good time.
Are you sure about that?
That's all I have to say. Without further ado, let's get into it. Okay, let's start off with quite possibly... No, actually, I'm gonna be really bold and say this is the stupidest makeup release I've ever seen in my entire life. Definitely of 2020, but probably in my entire life. The Charlotte Tilbury Luxury Palette of Mattes in Desert Haze. $53.
You wanna know what? No, I am gonna leave.
Even if Charlotte Tilbury's eyeshadows were like the most amazing quality, which they're not, by the way, even if they were like outstanding, astoundingly amazing, just transcendent eyeshadows, like to me this looks like exactly like the mattes from Modern Renaissance, or like a shrunken down version of Soft Glam, but no, in my opinion, far inferior shadow formula to what Anastasia offers. I think you could get this from ColourPop. I think you could get this from any other brand that makes really, really good quality eyeshadow formulas that you love. Even buying like 4 single shadows, even buying 4 single pans, which is expensive, would be a lot less expensive than this. To me, this palette is like the makeup version of the Hermes Evelyn bag. Like, yeah, it's expensive and stuff and luxurious, but are we gonna pretend that it's beautiful? Because I actually got a lot of tags in this one, the Urban Decay Naked Ultraviolet palette. So it looks like Urban Decay is continuing on their kind of like naked palette thing, which I know a lot of people were like asking them to retire the naked theme. Personally, I don't hate the naked palettes, especially the new line of naked palettes. You guys know I love Naked Honey, so I'm not opposed to them continuing the naked line. I would love to see them branch out and kind of like come up with new concepts and ideas, but this is what works for them. This is what they're known for. That being said, this palette, I don't think it's cute. Especially like the shade description. Peachy neutrals, trippy lilacs, magnetic violets, and black light purples from soft to bold. I don't get that, and I've never gotten that type of effect from Urban Decay shadows. So, as much as I love the Naked Honey, I definitely don't think that this is a very punchy palette. I feel like naked palettes are really, really good for creating like very subtle looks, especially because the shimmers in here are not like super metallic. They're more so on the like soft, really beautiful buttery side, but they're not like punchy, and they never have been. As far as purple palettes go, this one looks to be pretty much shimmer dominated, so I really don't feel like you can really do a ton, which is one of my main problems with a lot of Naked's older palettes, is that they were really shimmer heavy, whereas Naked Heat and Naked Honey I felt like had a good balance of mattes and shimmers. As far as purple palettes go, this ugly. The outer packaging is stunning, but I just think the internal color scheme doesn't really jive. Remember what I said about cOrPoRatE? We are seeing a lot of rainbow palettes coming out this month, and one of them is from Morphe. It looks like this is actually a collaboration with Glisten, which is an LGBT student charity, which I think is amazing. And I actually think this is really, really pretty. Like, in terms of visual appeal, I think this is stunning. I've never really been a huge fan of Morphe's shimmer shadows. I think the shimmers in the old Jaclyn Hill palette were really good. I didn't like the shimmers in the Morphe James Charles palette, but these look to be like pretty beautiful metallics. It does look like the bottom row are pressed glitters, which I'm not a huge fan of, but I think that if that is your thing, this palette seems to be like a really, really good price. I think it's a gorgeous color scheme, different from a typical rainbow palette in that it's not just like red, orange, yellow, green, blue, purple. It's a little bit more different, but I am glad to see, first of all, like a smaller palette from Morphe and a different palette from Morphe that doesn't have all the same shades that we've seen them create over and over again. I would like it a lot more if there weren't pressed glitters and those were all like metallic, beautiful foiled shimmers, but I'll take what I can get from Morphe. That being said, I'm not taking what I can get in this case because I'm not getting it. I also got a ton of tags from this release, and it's the new Kaleidos Escape Pod collection, or as I pronounce it, Escape. So they're coming out with a full collection. I've known about this collection for about almost 2 months now. It's a full collection, but it includes probably most prominently the Escape Pod eyeshadow palette, which you guys know I love Kaleidos' formula. I love their futures in palettes, so I'm very excited to test this one out. There's an eye primer. They came out with their first ever blushes, which I'm so excited about. Coming out with sponges, and then they're also coming out with new shades of their highlighters, which you guys know I love, and then the lucid lip glosses, one of which I am wearing right now. This is the shade Mesmerize. But the reason I haven't talked about it yet is because I still haven't received it. So basically, whole fiasco happened. The Kaleidos team emailed me a while ago and told me about the new collection and asked me if I wanted to test it out. Of course, I said yes. And then my package got lost in the mail, somehow ended up being delivered to an address in Maryland. And I don't live in Maryland, so that was a fiasco. We got it reshipped. It should be arriving, I think, like today or tomorrow. As soon as I get it, I'll share it on my Instagram stories and do swatches and everything, but I'm really excited to test this collection out. I will be testing out everything, I believe, and I'll be sharing my thoughts in hopefully a new makeup releases, favorites, and fails sometime at the end of this month. Even if I didn't know that I was getting this collection PR though, I would be so excited about this. I think this is such an exciting release. First of all, I think that this palette is beautiful. I think this is what I wanted the Mercury Retrograde from Huda Beauty to be. Again, something I've always really loved about Kaleidos is their ability to just curate really beautiful, unique color schemes. I think they definitely did not disappoint with this one. Obviously, I'm very excited to test out everything else in the collection, particularly the new highlighters. It looks like they actually came out with a new formula of my favorite highlighter from them, which is Ray Rider. This I wear constantly. It's my favorite, like, beautiful, just neutral champagne highlighter, but the formula of these Space Age highlighters is amazing. But apparently they made an even better one, so I'm very excited to test that out and compare to this one. Anyways, those are my thoughts on the Escape collection. I think this is stunning, exciting, innovative, talented, brilliant, show-stopping. Never been done before. Next up is a new release from ABH, which I think is actually really cute. So they're coming out with little minis of their setting sprays. So obviously I have my dewy set, which I love. I'm actually going to spray some on right now because I just realized I forgot to set my face. So the minis that they're coming out with, they have the original scent, which I didn't realize was coconut vanilla, but apparently it is. They're coming out with pineapple, and then they're coming out with mango. I'm not going to be buying the minis, mainly because I don't really travel enough to really get a ton of use out of travel products, and when I do travel, I like to take drugstore setting sprays just in case it spills. So I always travel with the, I think, Catrice illuminating setting spray. I'm also not going to be buying these minis because I don't love the new flavors. So the pineapple, I just don't like pineapple. I like fake pineapple, like I like Dole Whip from Disneyland, like really artificial pina colada flavoring with vodka, but I don't like pineapple. I especially don't like pineapple scent, like it makes me nauseous. And then mango, I'm intrigued, but I think I prefer like kind of warm, sweet scented things for my makeup if I'm gonna go for scented makeup rather than fruity stuff, unless it's a lip gloss. But I think these are cute, and then I think the price is actually fairly good for these setting sprays. Like obviously the big size is a little bit better value, and I definitely think that the big size full price is worth it. But if you want to test out the formula, or maybe if you don't really use setting spray on a daily basis, I think that the mini sizes could be great. And if you like these new scents, definitely go for it. I love this product. I think it's amazing. Next up, J Kissa is collaborating again with e.l.f. Cosmetics, which I think is amazing, and they're actually doing a rescue themed eyeshadow palette, which I think is amazing. I really admire the way that Jess has dedicated her platform to raising awareness, especially for pit bulls, especially in the area that I grew up in, which is Orange County. I think it's just like, it's so normal for people here to, because it's a more affluent area, to just buy dogs from breeders. And I think that Jess has not only done an amazing job of speaking out independently on a platform about this issue, but also using her really high profile collaborations to shed light on this issue, which she could just make about herself and it wouldn't be an issue, but she's using those collabs to like bring more light to the issues, which I think is amazing. This new eyeshadow palette from e.l.f. Cosmetics is the To The Rescue eyeshadow palette, $20 and 18 shades in it, which I think is a pretty good price. I think this is an absolutely beautiful color scheme. I think there's so many things you can do with this one. Personally, it's not going to be for me just because I know I really don't love e.l.f.'s eyeshadow formula that much. My eyes do not like their shimmer formula, let's just say that. But I think that this color scheme is absolutely beautiful and really, really interesting for e.l.f. e.l.f., kind of like Urban Decay, is another brand that I'm really pulling for this year. I want to see them do something interesting for once, and I think that this is a step in the right direction. However, because I know that I probably will not enjoy the formula as much as I would like to, and also the fact that there are a couple shades in here that I feel like are a little bit repetitive, like the two reds kind of look the same. It might just be the picture that I'm looking at, and also I don't really vibe with plastic packaging that much, especially I feel like e.l.f.'s has broken a lot on me in the past. I'm going to be passing on this palette, but a huge congratulations to Jess again, and I think that this is actually really gorgeous. And this next one is a collab between Rihanna and my FBI agent, probably, because I feel like this release directly targeted at me. It would appear that Fenty Beauty heard that I hated their Mademoiselle lipsticks and decided, hey, let's target her with some new beautiful dewy lipsticks. It looks like they're actually a little bit smaller than the Mademoiselle lipsticks, but the way that Fenty's prices have been increasing, I'm sure they're probably going to be around the same price. Shades are really pretty. There's this one kind of like berry toned, kind of mauve-y toned shade that's really calling my name. Whenever these come out, I definitely do want to check them out, but I will be anti-hauling them if they are like truly sheer. I don't want like a lip balm lip tint. I could get that from ColourPop easily. What I want from Fenty is just a good hydrating full color lipstick. If it's like truly like sheer, no color payoff, I don't think I want that, but if I can get like a solid version of the effect that the Fenty Beauty Gloss Bomb gives, excuse me. I'm sorry if you hear like rumbling or like roaring wind in the background. It's Santa Ana wind season again, so like we have like monsoon stuff going through.
Honey, you've got a big storm coming.
Next up is a release that I fully would have purchased if it was in stock on the Sephora website last week when I was making my Black Justice Coalition order. It is the Lunar Beauty Moon Prism Blush Palette. So you guys know I'm a huge stan of the Strawberry Dream palette. This is like one of my favorite things from last year. I really enjoy both Lunar Beauty's formulas and just general packaging aesthetic and the care and dedication they put into their launches, and I think this launch, beautiful. Again, they killed it. This palette reminds me slightly of the Strawberry Dream palette with a more celestial theme, and I love blush palettes a lot more so than I loved like just generalized face palettes. I feel like blush palettes just A, are a lot more fun to look at, and B, make a lot more sense, and I think that this palette is beautiful, well-rounded, and actually really fairly priced, $35 for 6 shades, and it seems like the pans are fairly big. Amazing. So as soon as this one comes back in stock, I will definitely consider purchasing it, but I think that this is a beautiful, beautiful release. Something I did purchase. Mind you, this is particularly momentous because it's the first makeup product I've purchased in I think 4 months. Technically, I didn't buy it. It was a gift card that I got for my birthday, so I didn't spend any money. Kaja Cutie Bento Creamy Lip and Cheek Duos. They came out with cream blushes, y'all. Sorry. Once again, you guys know how much I love my Kaja Beauty Bento Trio eyeshadow palettes. So this is obviously kind of reminiscent of that. You get 2 lip and cheek duos. I'm not going to be using them on my lips probably. I'll probably just be using them as cream blushes. And these duos are $18 each, and you get 2 cream blushes for those $18. It is very small. It's like the size of the eyeshadow stacks. So the pans are going to be about this big, which for cream blush, I don't feel like you really need a ton of product, especially if these are going to be like a lip and cheek product. Usually lip and cheek things are a little bit more pigmented for lip use, so I feel like that won't really be a problem. And then for me, I never hit pan on things anyway, so that's not a huge issue for me. So I saw a lot of people like not super happy about the size, but I think it's kind of similar to the Fenty Beauty cream cheek blushes, but instead of spending $20 on a small dinky pan, you spend $18 on 2 small dinky pans. So I don't know. Keep the same energy, I guess. There's a more cool toned, berry toned one, and then the one I picked up is the bottom juicy watermelon one, which is this kind of like pinky and coral toned one. Very excited about it, very excited to test it out, and again, I will be sharing a review in the new makeup releases, favorites, and fails. This next one, stop. Just stop. Stop! Stop. No one asked you. This new palette is from Ching Beauty Shop. I've seen people like mispronouncing it. Qing is Ching, after the Qing dynasty from China. It's called the Brazilian Carnival palette, and it has 99 shades in it. 99 for $50. So yeah, I mean, yeah, it's less than $1 per pan, which is a good deal. But do you want 99 eyeshadows? You're not even really getting 99 eyeshadows, because the number of repeat shades in here, like there are 6 different reds in here that look exactly the same to me. They all look to be mattes. They all look exactly the same tone. Don't even get me started about the pinks in here. So yeah, you're not really getting 99 eyeshadows. But even if you were, I have to question your sanity, ma'am. I just, who asked?
Why?
I have 2 more things left to talk about. First, the Huda Beauty Silk Balm. Huda's coming out with a lip balm that is essentially in like a lip gloss packaging, so you have like a doe-footed applicator in a tube. I think it's an interesting way to approach a lip balm. Most lip balms that I enjoy are either in like a squeezy tube like this, so this is my by Beauty Agave, or in a potted form like this, so this is my Tatcha lip mask. I don't own any lip balms in a doe-footed applicator, and I think this is actually pretty convenient for somebody who maybe doesn't want to be dipping their fingers or dipping a spatula into a potted lip balm. I'm interested to see if the formula would be any good. Personally, I don't really trust like skincare type products to makeup companies. I prefer to go for like skincare brands for lip balms. I have so many other lip balms on my wish list. This one doesn't even broach the subject, so I will not be picking up this lip balm, but I'm interested to see if people actually like it or if it just fades into obscurity. Last but not least to me, I want to talk about this beautiful collection from Kiko Milano. It's called the Unexpected Paradise Collection. Really cool name. I like that. I mostly want to talk about this for the blushes and the bronzer that you're seeing here. Beautiful pans. Kind of reminds me a lot of the Chantecaille, like interesting, intricate packaging. I've actually never tried anything from Kiko. I'm interested to see if anybody from my audience has, because I think they're an Italian brand. Yeah, they're an Italian brand. Kiko Milano. It's stupid.
I have the mind of a mastermind.
There actually used to be a Kiko store in Hollywood at the like El Capitan Theater that I would go to fairly frequently, but I think that got closed down now, and now there's like nowhere for me to buy Kiko or like test out their products in person. So I think this is pretty. It does say that it's infused with SPF. That means nothing to me. Like SPF makeup, that means nothing to me, but I would be interested to know if anybody has tried Kiko products before and if you like the formulas or not. Alright guys, that is it. I hope you guys enjoyed today's little, it's basically an anti-haul, I don't know what to say. If you like this video, make sure you give it a thumbs up and subscribe down below. Follow me on Instagram, Twitter, and TikTok, and turn on your notification bell as always. Huge thank you again to Skillshare for sponsoring today's video and also making today's donation and fundraiser possible. And if you made it to the very end of this video, you have a big brain. You get the bonus meme. I love you. Bye.